All right. It's Sunday here in ShopTalk World Headquarters, 50 floors beneath the street level in the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. Good to see all you guys piling in. We might actually have to delay the count just for a minute here while we get one of the other computers fired up, but it's good to see all you guys. I'm going to give you some shout-outs. Behind Rudy's Fairing, first in line tonight, Steve Henderson from Pasco, Washington. Deal Stereo, almost time. Big Matt, North Carolina. Oh, and look, we're on time. Bill Stevens, hey, good to see you here. Batter, excuse me. Sub Beaches. Johnny Ringo, ain't seen you in a minute. Steve Henderson, let's rock. It's going to be a killer show tonight, man. They're always good when they start out rough, right? That's what's up. Here in Shop Talk land, man, we got so much great motorcycle stuff coming up. I cannot wait to share with you guys some of the stuff we've been working on here, the things that we're going to be at. I'm hoping to see all you guys down at TMMR, and that's the focus of our show tonight. Mr. Buck Shaw, head man over at TMMR, is coming on to give us the lowdown. Just 2 weeks out from the most incredible property you will ever attend a motorcycle event on, Loretta Lynn's Ranch in Hurricane Mills, Tennessee. Chris, you build anything right now? Bill Stevens, I'm always building stuff. I'm actually building 2 motorcycles right now while I'm doing the intro for this show. Are you kidding me right now? But tonight we're going to talk about Mark's build. Oh my God. Paul Adams checking in from Ford City, Crystal Counts, St. Louis. Johnny Ringo, I'm here every week. Wouldn't miss it. Right on, man. Josh Collins, happy Sunday. Good to see you here, buddy. Next week, speaking of Josh Collins, we are going to have some of the garage builders that are involved in the garage build off at Smokeout right here on this show. We're going to be checking in, keeping them honest, man. They better have those projects underway. We're going to tell you what's going on with that, but that's next week. This week, we're focusing on TMMR. Cannot wait to get down in the Smoky Mountains. Bill Stevens, Mark, he don't ride. You shut your mouth. Mark, defend yourself, damn it. Room. Salty Badger in the house. Julie Steiner, can't wait for TMMR. Right on. All right, man, with all things said, I think we got our proverbial ducks in a row. We're ready to get this one out of the station and up on the tracks. Let's go live with this week's episode of Shop Talk. You guys ready? Here we go. Mighty Quinn in the house. Okay, scooter tramps and chopper jockeys all across the land. It is almost exactly 9 p.m. 9:03. Wow. I'll take it. Welcome to America's first and favorite motorcycle two-wheel entertainment and talk show, Shop Talk. Every Sunday, 9 p.m. on the East Coast, we go live with this program through the courtesy of the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. So glad to be in the studio tonight. So glad to be joined by my crew. We're getting ready for a killer year out there.
Howdy.
Oh, my goodness. Everybody's here.
Big year.
It's amazing.
Radar's in the house.
Oh, somebody from Costa Rica is here. Let's change spots.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's switch.
I would trade.
Costa Rica's bucket list.
So almost every week when we get on here, I start going off about shit that I've been working on and stuff that I'm doing. Tonight, I want to. This is all about you, Mark. It's all about you, baby.
Then I'm going home.
Look,
I knew something big was going on today when Mark was at our house on Sunday afternoon. I was like,
Sunday morning. It wasn't even
Sunday
after-
morning. I
wasn't
was
even
like,
afternoon
I'm like,
yet.
something big's going on. Mark doesn't usually come over before
Dude.
Shop Talk.
check out what my boy scored today.
Big
I'm
score.
I'm so jealous. I'm so jelly. I can't
Yeah.
even stand it. So let's tell the story here a little bit. I think it must have been 3, 4, maybe even 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Mark and I found a score on a 1929, was 29?
Tudor. Yeah, 29
Tudor
Tudor.
A model. And today, just by accident, he's scouring Facebook Marketplace and comes across a completely ready-to-go chassis with a flathead motor in it. And I know this is 4 wheels and everything else, and everybody can bust my balls all they want, but I'm not even going to show you what he paid for it because it's embarrassing.
He should almost feel guilty, actually.
I mean, in all reality, I do. Yeah, Steve Broyles. It
Not
looks,
too
looks
guilty. Don't
funny.
feel too guilty.
I don't. I mean, sometimes you have to watch what you post, and then, luckily this guy is stand up.
Totally
stand
straight
up as a kid,
yeah,
man.
you got to say it.
This man, I give this kid all the credit. He's awesome. Promised him once we get it up and rolling, we're going to run it out there and let him run it around for a little while and play with it. So thanks to him. Thanks to Steve Broyles. Steve Broyles jumped at the
How about
opportunity. Yeah, like
Poppy to the
yeah,
rescue.
Couldn't thank Steve enough. And luckily I caught it early enough because the kid's like, dude, I had to take it down. He said, I got so many replies. He said, I had to back out of it. And again, for, 2 wheels, 4 wheels, I mean, I'm blind, for Christ's sake. Give me a break. Cars are way better than bikes for me. I don't want to kill myself or Dana. So
Dude,
there's the reason I don't ride.
How about Cabana Dan's in the house? But here's the thing. I mean,
Cabana Dan? We haven't seen him in a while.
2 wheels, 4 wheels, whatever. I'll tell you what. Anybody who's involved in the garage build-off, you better have your shit together because I would not be surprised if old Mark Persichetti doesn't roll right in the smoke out this year with that thing in tow, boy.
Hopefully that thing will be all together. It'd be really nice to have
Oh,
it
Mark,
there.
that would be so rad.
Yep. I got 2 of them going at the same time here. Me and Rick have a panel truck with some crazy motor in it, and so one of the 2, if not both, may be there this year.
So rad.
I said I'm sort of bummed. If we'd have happened early, I would have loved to have made it to TMMR with it. Imagine
Oh, yeah.
that. That'd be super cool.
Yep.
I'm bummed I'm missing that this year.
Yep.
So
You don't have to miss it.
unfortunately, when jobs come, I have to miss it.
That's
so,
it.
Work is dumb.
Yeah.
So listen, special shout out to Cabana Dan. Tom Banks is in the house,
Nice.
gives you the congratulations.
Hey, Tom.
So does Deal Stereo. Everybody's happy for Mark. I know we're thrilled for him, man, because, if you've ever spent time with Mark in the garage, it's the only time he doesn't hate the entire world. And the only way you can get him back into that mode is to come in and screw with him when he's in the garage.
That's it.
Chris, no.
Is
You
it the
sent
5th
us
of
a
May?
thumb drive. It is.
Cinco de Mico?
Oh, my God.
I didn't even have a taco today. I'm a little upset.
Taco.
I gotta have 2 tomorrow.
Chris, you sent us a thumb drive. No anything. There's music on it. What's it for?
Does it sound good?
Give me a little clue.
What the hell? Stop saying
What the hell?
What the hell? Stop saying that.
What the hell? What the hell?
I love how she says it real quick. What the hell?
All right, man. So listen, that's it. Flathead should take priority for Flat Broke. Since it is
See?
called Flat Broke Chops and Rods,
It most certainly is.
we've been a little lax in our duties on the other side of that thing, the rods part. So good to see everybody here tonight, man. Hey, if this is your first time watching Shop Talk, we are in episode 273.
Holy
So where the
Holy
hell have you
hell.
been?
I'm worn out.
dude, that's awesome.
But here's the deal about that. We are looking for you. We pile as much into this show every week as we can. You guys are always great. Everybody that's on here, hit the like and share button. Make sure
Sharing
your
is
alerts
caring.
are set. Because there's a lot of people up in that top corner over there that come out to advertise with us and support us, sponsor us in a lot of different ways, and they're helping us bring this show out to you. It's the only consistent thing I actually know in the motorcycle world weekly. I don't think any of us. I'm surprised we do this every week or mostly every week. But if you're digging the show, make sure you pass it along, get us involved. If this is your first time, welcome. To Shop Talk. Every week we go
It's
live.
not very professional, so be prepared.
It's kind of professional. We're getting better, man.
Hey, you guys turned my mic on. It can't be that professional. I mean, all those years I had a microphone that never had a wire to it.
Remember that one time, Karen?
that one time on Shop Talk. So every week we do a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of education. We start the whole 90 to 120 minutes of two-wheel bullshit off with what?
The news.
The news.
The Shop Talk World Report is brought to you by Law Tigers. Get the compensation you deserve and get back on the road with Law Tigers.
Okay, Heather, slow or fast tonight? Your call.
Fast. Just
No. Motorcycle power sports news brings us our first story. Check your blind spots. An extra look can save a life. More motorcyclists will be on the roads as spring weather welcomes the riding season, and this May, during Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month, all motorists are urged to take an extra look, double check your blind spots before turning or changing lanes, because that extra second could save a life. Now, here's the deal. If you have, everybody has a local ABATE chapter close to them. They will give you as many look twice, save a life stickers as you want. It's not a bad idea for you to join these organizations, so when they go to Congress and they ask for things to be done, your numbers can be counted with them. So make sure you're doing the responsible thing, get involved, put those stickers on, ask your friends and family to put them on also, because looking twice and saving a life could be you, could be me,
Could be
Mark in his new hot rod.
Could be
Right.
all of us.
This
I can only
comes-
look one way.
That's not funny. That's terrible. That's
he
terrible.
said it.
That's terrible.
He can say that. We
Yes, I
can't
can.
Stop
say
saying
that.
that.
What the hell?
Stop saying that. So this is ready for sale to the public.
Okay.
The MK136 that you saw in Daytona, remember?
New stuff alert. Here we go. New stuff alert. A new generation of performance. This comes in from our own CycleSource magazine news blog. You can check that out at cyclesource.com. The MK136 is the latest in a line of complete replacement engines for your Harley-Davidson and S&S cycles, first for your 2017 and later models. The team took all of their proven performance parts for the M8 engines and made the biggest, most reliable option out there. We actually got to be on the scene with them. You can see a little video on our website. Check that out. But I'm telling you what, man, looking this motor over, S&S did what you would expect them to. They addressed some problem areas. They're making it bigger. They're making it badder. And we can't wait to check one out.
They're making it S&S.
S&S, baby, that's it. Also in from our own CycleSource news blog, airbag-equipped Harley-Davidson Smart Vest offers advanced protection.
I had to put it up there.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Is that like a bust on breasts, or I don't know? What's
Powered by
going
Denise Technology. No, I said that on purpose. Come on. And size for men and women. Really? The new Harley-Davidson Smart Vest combines comfort with style and advanced airbag protection, offers riders peace of mind. Powered by proven D-Air from Dionyse Technology, the Harley-Davidson Smart Vest is designed to instantly deploy in the event of a collision on the chest and central back area to add potential impact absorption. I know a couple guys that they could benefit from just wearing this all the time.
Oh,
Right?
yeah,
just
This is
yep.
Harley should literally, they missed the boat. They should call this the Danger Dan vest. Right? No shit.
Oh, poor Dan.
Oh, Jeepers Creepers.
Right on, man.
Gotta say, he puts himself out there.
So do you remember when we were doing the IMS shows and
I
was it
do.
Alpine Star?
Had
They-
a vest like this.
and every hour you'd
Dude.
hear poof.
But you knew they were getting ready to do it, because a crowd would form like you could not even believe. Like, people couldn't wait to see this vest go up.
I don't know how
it
I'd
was
feel
crazy.
about that. You know?
At least this one looks like
Doesn't
a
look-
normal
yeah,
vest.
yeah.
The other one you could tell was something wonky going
Yeah, it looked
on.
like a fake Superman costume or
Yeah,
something. It
but
was weird looking.
every 2 hours, 100 people would be around
Yeah.
to watch the guy go poof.
And it had to hurt a little bit. I mean,
Oh, I bet.
Jeez.
I bet. So, one more thing in the news. I want to talk about CycleSource magazine for a minute,
Ooh,
because
this is exciting, and
we're
you guys
coming
better
up-
like it.
Yeah,
or
we're coming up
fighting.
to some
No, I'm just
some
kidding.
big deal here with the magazine. So, the issue that you see in front of you right now is the one that we're working on for next month. Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the first time we've ever given a preview of a cover.
And it features Rick Bray's Johnny Chop tribute bike. the Vasco Flyer, incredible motorcycle. If you're a subscriber to Grease and Gears TV, you're already watching the whole story about it, along with a nice visit we had with Rick out in his shop in California. If you're not, you can read about it when this issue comes out, but here's the big news.
I like when we get to tell secrets.
This is Cycle Source design for the last, I can't even remember how long.
I remember doing that design.
Yep. And this has been our standard brand, our standard offering. Well, we realized coming into our 27th year now, actually working on 28, we're issue 2 or 3 into our 28th year, which will be complete at the end of that whole issue cycle. So we're 27 years old now. It's time for a little bit of a revamp. The whole motorcycle industry has evolved, and it turns out we're a little behind that, so we're going to freshen it up. And here's a sneak peek at the new look. Maybe.
Drum roll?
Maybe not.
That's all I got.
You gotta get a drum roll, dude.
So you can see the designs cleaned up a little bit. Still the same magazine, but you'll notice, and everybody that has a subscriber, or it's a subscriber to the magazine, you'll see as you're flipping through the pages, even the stuff on the inside has all been readdressed. It's got a cleaner look, a little bit easier to read, a little less punk rock, and you know, pulling it up. I mean,
That's
on
what
top
happened.
of...
That's what happens whenever I'm not in the room smoking the weed while they're doing a cover. That's what happens.
Oh, everybody's giving us a thumbs up. Good, man. So
I'm super excited about it.
along with this, I can tell you guys that back in 1997, when we started Cycle Source magazine, we picked the name Cycle Source. Literally, we toiled over this at the titty bar that Mark was also at.
They really toiled over it.
Yes,
We did, though.
we did,
We-
dude.
we
That's
were all
all.
working,
That was the
so-
only interesting thing
right.
that was going on. So
We were toiling over the name, and we picked the name Cycle Source because we didn't want to be in a box. Like, we didn't want to be evil choppers of death. We didn't want to be big wheel baggers till the sun comes out.
Yeah.
Like, we wanted to be able to float around. Well, you know, over the last 5 or 10 years, maybe, we've slipped a little more into the chopper-centric area of things. And along with this change, you might have noticed over the last year, we've started to put a more diverse selection of motorcycles in. And that's going to continue to happen now with the new design. Like, we're going to have, you know, more of what everybody's doing, because Cycle Source has always been the everyman magazine, so, and every woman now. So there you go. That's
I'm
what I got
excited.
for you.
That's pretty awesome.
that's all I got.
Super awesome. I'm very excited.
Wait a minute. Unfortunately, we're a deadline and heading to TMMR that week. Yeah.
They were asking if we were going to Myrtle.
Oh, that's Kevin.
no.
That's a friend of Ron Tonetti's. He gets some work done by North Hill Cycles. Nice guy. Good guy.
Right on, man. So, hey, listen, again, thanks for watching Shop Talk in the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. We're going to take a quick look at a feature bike when we come back. Right on the other side, we're going to our guest tonight, Mr. Buck Shaw from TMMR. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Shop Talk.
Out of Focus is brought to you by Garage Build. Submit your build, share your passion. Powered by Dennis Kirk.
My name is Jesse Taylor from Knoxville, Tennessee. This is a 2000 FXR4, kind of the last of its kind in the FXR family. It was kind of important for me to preserve that original quality to it while also making it my own and having it more enjoyable, more rideable. So some things that were done were some suspension upgrades, changing the wheels out to look a little more fancy. I went with these are Sportster Roadster wheels that originally come black, and then we sent them off and I had them chromed to match some of the other features on the bike. One thing that I really wanted was to keep these fork lowers and the fork legs factory, so to maintain the 3/4 front axle and mid-glide front axle just machined. I went with FXRT style struts, and that gets the shock in a more vertical position to get some ride height out of it. The Ullman's rear suspension is nice, and then with that 18-inch wheel, the bike sits nice and tall for the roads out here. The front is actually 2 over, and I have an FXR division, they came out with this 2-over kickstand because when I first got this bike, the gangster lean was too much. It felt like you were going over with it. So now it sits in a near factory position and it shows a little better. When they're leaning that far over, you kind of lose some of the lines to it of how you perceive that bike. The risers, the bars that were on it, they're kind of like almost a Sportster style as well. They're enclosed and they have this indicator panel up here for your turn signals and whatnot, which it was too low. So some 9.5 pullbacks and a low rise bar put it in a good position for my shoulders and the mirrors right over. The pipe is a R&B Racing. This one was a good fit. It was option. I wasn't sure at first if I was going to do floorboards on this bike, and it actually had some modified floorboards on it. I just went with the mid pegs, and it fits really nice. It sounds great for the motor stock. It runs so well, and it's so new, low miles that I didn't really care to modify that yet. But this pipe wakes it up a little bit with the Nest air cleaner just to give it a little more of an aggressive look. Yeah, this is actually a Saddleman seat that is John Jessup's design. And this, usually they'll say the Team Dream Ride's on there. The reason why this one doesn't is because it's very early prototype, actually. Hi, I'm Jesse Taylor from Knoxville, Tennessee, working at Dream Rides of Tennessee, and you're watching Greasy Gears TV.
Thing standing between you and the open road is some garage time with the right parts and accessories to make your motorcycle roar. And that's why riders everywhere choose DennisKirk.com, the one stop you need to get your Harley back on the road. Our knowledgeable tech staff will help you navigate our more than 185,000 parts, apparel, and accessories that are ready to ship today, with free shipping on all orders over $89. So tune up your ride and get ready for the next adventure. Ride more, wait less. Dennis Kirk.
I'm Corey Ness from Marlin Ness Motorcycles, and you're watching Grease and Gears TV. Thank you.
All right, welcome back to the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. Hey, man, I don't even have to tell you guys anything about TMMR because you well know that now. I don't even have to introduce you to Buck Shaw, our guest tonight, but we're going to take some time and talk to them. If you're still on the fence about TMMR and you're not sure, you can watch 1.5 million videos everywhere about it.
Yeah, get off the fence because you're missing out.
Yeah, no kidding,
Hands
man.
down.
I mean, like, This is a thing that you don't want to miss. They've really found a sweet spot in the middle of everything, like everything from the hill climbs to the stuff that goes on the track.
I love their venue.
Yeah,
like their venue.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it almost makes me a little jealous. I wish I could put smoke out there. Not
But
gonna
it's
lie.
already been done. Already been done.
I know.
Great collaboration of music and motorcycle
it's
and
so good.
party, and it's
So
awesome.
let's go to the head man in charge over at TMMR, Mr. Buck Shaw. How you doing tonight, Buck?
I'm good, guys. Thanks for having us on.
Oh, absolutely. We have to. We're short time now. Everybody's rolling down to Tennessee.
Yeah, it's getting tight, man. Things are a little hectic over here.
Oh, I
bet.
can imagine.
I bet.
You guys know how it is.
Are you living on property yet?
No, we bought a spot in Alabama not too far away, though. So we're about halftime here, halftime there.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. So I want to know right off the bat, like, you guys had actually been working on this for quite a while. Like, on and off, there was a lot of talk about trying to get something to go at the Loretta Lynn's ranch. Like, what was the final thing that actually brought it all together?
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy story. Carrie and I were looking at doing this like a decade ago and almost got it done, got real close, and then we just couldn't put together the right arrangement between us and the ranch and the Lynn family. And then a guy came in, leased the property, was a decent promoter, but turned out to be a scumbag and burned a lot of people. And put some shade on the Lynn family just because people were pissed that, they had done it up at their venue. And we came in and we're like, yeah, let's take it on. Let's turn it around and do it right. There's a lot of people in the region, good people. There's a lot of people who got hurt by this guy. Let's try to turn this into a good thing. And I think we underestimated just how pissed off people were and how badly this guy had hurt people. But year after year, first couple years were rough, and then it's gotten better every year. And I think we overcame that negativity somewhere around year 2 or year 3. This will be year 7. So yeah, it's starting to roll, bro.
Well, and that's specifically why I brought that up, is so that, we could give you a little bit of extra credit for that, because, almost anybody who was facing the kind of adversity with that story coming into this would have just ducked out. And you guys said, no, we're gonna set this right. We're gonna do what it takes, and we're gonna come back into this thing, and we're gonna make it. And even after having, hard couple first years, you plowed through, man, and you made this into the event that it is. That's admirable.
Thanks, bro. I mean, I would literally be at bars outside of Tennessee or in Tennessee, and people would roll up like, hey, motherfucker. And I'd be like, no, pull out your phone, Google me, Google my partner. But one by one, we turned it around. And I got to give credit to my partners, too, my wife, Tanya, and Carrie. Tanya and I, after that first year, we looked around. I think we had about 400 people there. And it's expensive to throw a party like this. You guys know, with the smoke out, right? And my wife looked at me. She's like, I think we just threw the most expensive party in the history of parties. And bless her heart, she's like, you know what, though? There's something here. And I knew there was something there, and Carrie did too. And the Lynn family have just been amazing from day one. We couldn't ask for better partners and people with more heart and soul than those folks. And it all started with Loretta, but it trickles down. Every one of them I've worked with are just good, fine people.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, like, that's for sure. I know you guys have even had your setbacks by that turning into an extended family for you. When the good and the bad happens, that affects your family, that affects you, and you've even gone through a couple rough patches with that.
Yeah, we had the flood and lost an amazing man, the ranch manager, Wayne Spears, who was just this dude, just a cowboy who loved everybody and everybody loved him. And, he showed up early, stayed late, got the job done. He was just a great human being. And then obviously losing Loretta, although, people always ask me, oh, is it going to go on? I personally got to spend time with Loretta, and that was a real blessing in my life. And Loretta loved the idea she loved motorcycles. She loved the idea of V-twins out there, not just motocross. She loved the idea of women riders. She loved all that. Loretta was a badass. Like, she was always into breaking the rules, And so it was really important to her that this continue, and that her passing wouldn't slow us down or change what we were trying to do. I think we had her blessing, and I think that's important.
Yeah, I think the collaboration between, what you bring to the table, what that family brought to the table down there. The TMMR is such a home feel. When you go there, it's like going to a family reunion. Everybody knows everybody. It's so calm and cool, and then gets nuts. The hill climbs, the watering hole. Bill Dodge's setup is totally badass. Bringing those bikes down, the way it's set up, you make it so, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, like inviting. The people want to come there. Jeff Holt with his show, Harley Davidson being involved. Like,
it's a collaboration.
Yeah, the diversity that you bring to the table. Dude, you're killing it down there. It's awesome.
Thank you, brother. I tell you, the one thing Loretta taught me, when you have a party, you take care of the people in your house.
Yeah.
You make them feel special and make them feel guests. So, the job is to make every single person there have a special experience. And I also want to call you guys out. Look, guys, I want people to know that these small emerging rallies, these local rallies, they're not easy to execute, and they're not cheap, and and I'm not just talking money, I'm talking human capital, energy, heart, soul.
Amen.
I love that you guys, I went to Smokeout last year. Support these small rallies. Go to TMMR in the spring, Smokeout in the fall. Those huge rallies, they're great, but you know what you're going to get. It's kind of the same thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. But man, some of these smaller emerging local rallies really can have a different feeling. And I think it's important that just like we want to support garage builders, these emerging local rallies really matter.
You don't get the pay here feeling as you do at the big rallies.
Yeah.
You're a part of it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I have a question, Buck. Do you think that if you hadn't have been able to secure Loretta Lynn's ranch the way you did, do you think you would have done something anywhere else, or was that your this is it, this is the only place that I want that TMMR can be, or something like this?
That's a great question, Heather. We looked at every venue within 50, 80 miles of Nashville, and there were several, but clearly, and we were intent no matter what on finding something. But once we hit the ranch, we knew right away. We knew right away, and it took some doing, but and it's a challenge and a blessing. It's a special property, but it is 50 minutes outside of Nashville, and it is a destination. Mm-hmm. And in this day and age, when gas is $5 and diesel $6, it's it's a challenge to get people out of Nashville sometimes with everything going on. But man, is it a special place. If you haven't been there, once you get there, the minute you ride over that hill, I think we experienced the same thing that Loretta did in 1964. The story is her and Dew rolled in there. Her career was blowing up. They drove in there, saw that property, and I believe they bought it the next day.
No, wow.
And then he built almost every bit of that ranch himself. Her husband, who was just a great, man's man who could drive a tractor, build a building, pour concrete, tame a horse. He was that kind of guy.
Right.
There's two favorite things about TMMR for me. Number one is the creek. That's just perfect. But number two, and it was my favorite thing about BMR too, was the lack of cell phone service. Because people are present and they're so engaged in being there and engaging with the other attendees. It's perfect.
It almost makes me want to hire a cell phone blocker for Smokeout. Seriously.
Well, we have improved it. They put a lot of money into improving it. You got to buy it for it to work, honestly. But I'm with you guys. Man, I don't want to be negative, right? Because I use social media a lot, and we have to use it these days to market. But it seems we've gone from capturing really cool moments almost trying to create them artificially.
Right.
Yep.
To create content or whatever, or be an influencer. And I get it. I have friends who are making a living doing this. God bless them. I love them. But it has created this whole niche of kind of artificial behavior, sort of. It's
a lot
weird
of fake.
Yep.
The cool thing I like about it is the history that ranch has with motorcycling in the first place. A lot of us older guys, when we were younger, we wanted to go there dirt bike ride. We wanted to go there. Yeah. You know what I mean? So just knowing.
Well, that's too watching when you come down from the top and you come around that fence line that has all of the great stars of motocross history, and you realize anybody who was ever anyone cut their teeth at Loretta Lynn's. They went to the amateur nationals right on that property, dude. That property is historic for all motorcycling. It's so great now. TMMR actually rounds that out.
100%. If you ever get a chance, I've been out there for the nationals 3 times, and dude, it's bananas.
It is,
man,
right?
You got every radical kid with a red mohawk,
right.
Whoever lived. You've got the whiskey tango rig that's barely making it down the road, and then you've got the $1 million Prevost and everything in between. It's quite an experience.
But TMMR is the same way, though. You have a space, and you have a place for everybody that comes. You have the Prevost up on the hill, and everything in between, and nobody's uncomfortable in any place that they go.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of it, right? And I think camping now, I think tent camping might be $15 a night. I shouldn't quote it. It's on the website, I'm sure, but try to keep that as affordable as we can for the working guy and the soldier out of Clarksville and the person who's can't afford to go to a bunch of these things. We want to make it so it does accommodate that guy up on the hill and that guy with a bedroll. I think actually if you don't, this is kind of an interesting thing that Carrie started, but if you don't have a tent and you actually sleep on the ground or in a hammock, I believe that's free.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, but if you pitch a tent, we take care of the ranch on that a little because they have to do a lot of maintenance. But try to make it affordable for everybody.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's cool. Like we were talking about for the music you brought, dude. It's off the charts. It's so cool. But to make it from the hill climbs and the water and work your way up to that stage and all the people having fun and the food, people running around. It's like I said, it's like going to a biker family reunion. Like Heather said, BMR, same thing we felt. You took that and just blew it up, and man, it couldn't be a better concept.
And it's good, man. Listen, I don't want to be negative either, but I gotta say, like in today's world, for all the things that guys our age don't recognize about this culture today, it's so good to see a reinvestment in that part of it, because, like, really, that's it, right? We all used to get together, we'd con some farmer into giving us 20 acres, in the back of his field. We'd mow that shit down, go in early, put a pig in the ground. And this is that same kind of thing. Of course, there's way more amenities. It's a beautiful space, but
still, it's that same feel.
It feels that way. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting, guys. When we first talked about it, I was very against, kid friendly. I grew up in a family where, anyway, I don't like mixing kids and alcohol and partying and drugs and booze and whatever. But I was dead ass wrong, because the kids who come to this event know how to act. Their parents manage them. They're there in the daytime, and at night when we're raising hell, they're not there.
Yeah.
And there's this little pack, they're like wolf pups, man. There's this pack of kids out there that have grown up. This little feral pack of kids, and they were 8 and 9 and 7 when it started, and now they're young teenagers. But it's badass to watch these kids grow up. I love those kids, and I was so wrong. Like, to your point, Chris, if we don't teach this culture to the youth, it dies. It goes away. And
Can I get
and
an
I'm so
amen?
glad that somehow I overcame this dominant thought I had that you couldn't mix a great party and kids, and you can't. You just have to manage it properly.
Yeah, that's it too. And there's the difference. The people see the kids. The parents are responsible enough to know where they can and can't go. And like you said, as the kids are getting older, they're sort of mixing in, hey, we did the same thing. If we can just teach these kids not to make the wrong moves, direct yourself, this is the way to do it. You don't do it by hiding from it.
Yeah.
You bring them into the mix and you let them know how to do it and what it's all about. And the first time I saw a couple kids there, I was like, yeah, same thing. I'm like, they sort of, and I don't even think that sentence got finished in my mind. And I'm like, dude, that kid's having a blast.
Yeah, shut up, old man.
Yeah, right. He was riding a mini bike around like a maniac. I'm like, dude, that kid's having a better time than I am right now. So it's super cool. I said everything about it I think is pretty badass. So
thanks, brother. I remember seeing 3 generations: a dad, a teenager, and a 9-year-old all ripping around on mini bikes on the flat track. And then I saw Rhett Rotten talking to this kid about a 1931 flathead motor and kind of explaining it to him, and the kid thought Rhett was a superhero, and it was a cool moment. And I just realized that it's important.
Yeah,
it's
that's
important.
the future.
Yeah,
right on. 100%.
So one of the things that you guys have really become known for is every year it's another layer, or something new that's added. And one of my absolute favorite parts of the whole deal now is this picture right here, because boy, no matter if you're at the bottom, if you walk up into the middle, if you walk on the top, this is an absolute blast to be at the hill climbs. And I know that comes with a lot of work. I remember talking to you when you were trying to put it together and stuff, but it's really become a staple of this whole deal.
That's my baby, and it's pretty cool, right? If you look at that, that's not a professional hill climb, but it's also not easy to ride a 600, 700 pound softail up it either.
Yeah,
so racing American V-twins up that hill is badass. And I love racing heads up. I mean, I love drag racing, right? So vertical drag racing or dirt drags, uphill, pretty freaking cool. Yeah, and this year I'm stoked, guys. We're going to have a little money to give away. We're going to do the dirt bag challenge again. But First Manufacturing, the guys who make the custom vest, I'm sure are you guys familiar with First?
Oh, yeah.
Aaron's going to put up 4 custom vests, and those things aren't cheap, right? So it's a nice ask from him. But we'll do Open V Twin will get a vest, Vintage will get a vest, Booty Class will get a vest, and the Dirtbag Challenge. And then there's a little bit of money too, but we don't want to get it super serious. If guys want to do a pot race, we can create a pot for every class. But I'm stoked that Aaron's bringing some vests, and we can give those guys something to wear that pretty. If you go on that website where you design the vest, man, you can go down a rabbit hole there.
Right.
It's like vest porn, right? All the different materials and colors, and you start making the vest, and then you change it. It's pretty cool, but I'm stoked. And yeah, the hill climb, I love that. That's my favorite. That's probably my favorite thing.
Yeah, you said it was tough to, that's a difficult hill climb. Of course, unless you're Jeff Fording, you know what I mean? Then you just go right up.
What was tough for Jeff was coming back down, and not even coming back down. It was turning around when he got to the bottom.
That's what he said.
That's where he ate shit.
Listen, coming down way earlier than going up.
Yeah.
I love the story. So I don't know if you guys know this, but Danger Dan's youngest kid tried it the year before, and I think he was spinning his tire. Or he might have missed a gear, but he got stuck at the bottom of the hill and couldn't make it. And then this year he ripped it. When he got to the top, he just kept going, and he kept going, and he kept going until he eventually, got lost in the woods. I guess it's pretty scary.
So obviously he's Danger Dan's kid.
Exactly. Somehow he ends up on Highway 13, like 10 miles on the other side of the ridge.
Oh,
he
that's
limps the
crazy.
thing back, and pretty cool.
Hey, so just real quick, I want to. You guys may have heard Buck say this a couple times, but the Dirtbag Challenge. If you don't know what that is, last year they put money up for anybody that was willing to try to make it to the top on a bagger, and the kid that did it was off the hook. Like he put the gas on that thing, man, and it ran like a scalded dog the whole way up that hill. And then didn't Danger Dan do it 2 up with him?
Yeah, so he ripped it, made it look pretty easy, then Dan jumped on the back and they made it look easy again. But that dude's a rider. Johnny Hawk out of North Carolina. He can race and he can ride. But this year, and listen, I also want to call out Jeff Holt, because even though everyone loved the idea, nobody but me thought, they're like, oh, you'll kill someone, the bike will roll over and cut someone's leg off, blah, blah, blah. And Jeff was like, yeah, let's do it. So Jeff didn't even hesitate. He was in the moment the words came out of my mouth. And then he put up the $1,000, and he's willing to do that again. But here's my thing. It's got to be a race this year. If it's just Johnny again, I'm not going to give. I love Johnny, but I'm not just going to give him $1,000. We have to have a couple baggers run the thing. And it's going to be V-Twin Visionary product, not cash, but it's still if you've been over there, Jeff's stuff, his guys have some nice product. And I think you'll get some coverage too. So the Dirtbag Challenge.
Hey,
awesome.
Chris No, just for the record, said he'll do it with a stripper on the back. I don't know if that's probably good for optics, Buck. I'm just saying.
Well, I do have a rule. Listen, there are a couple. We don't believe in a lot of rules at TMMR, but you do have to be sober to race the hill, and you do have to have a helmet, good footwear, and good gloves. I didn't really think about being naked.
Gloves, shoes, helmet.
Now that you said that,
optional.
Maybe some kind of ass protection if you fall off.
Yeah.
No, we need like one of those air vest.
Sweet
There you
Jesus,
go.
yeah.
Nothing but the air vest.
So
Danger Dan's on Amazon right now.
right.
Yeah.
So real quick, you a little bit earlier in the show, you mentioned our military, the big reason why we are able to do the things that we do, and you guys launched a new program this year.
Thanks, Heather.
For
I
our
really got to
military.
give credit to the motor company, because they put up, the backing to offer 500 passes to vets.
Wow.
And we're very close.
Dude.
We may even be over that. I really don't want to turn anyone away. So I'm going to encourage guys, if they want to come, to take advantage now. But if they go on and just use the code HDHERO, like they were buying a regular pass, and you do have to go through the little ticketing thing, and they'll ask you some questions, but it's free. They'll be our guests for the weekend. We'll take good care of them. Harley will host a hospitality. And then Saturday morning, we're going to do a ride, ranch-to-ranch ride. The War Hippies will lead that. Harley's throwing a creek party afterwards where Pat Patterson and his crew are going to roast a pig. And we're just going to get down at the creek and celebrate the people, to your point, Heather, who keep us free, And I really want to thank the motor company. I know it's cool to bash on the company sometimes, both their product,
Hey, we
and who
wouldn't
they
be
are.
doing what we do if we didn't start with the company.
Absolutely.
Dude, and I'm even different. Look, I love the motorcycles they've been building the last couple of years. I'm a different kind of guy. And man, when you showed that 136, like I think I forgot everything after that.
So hey, we're putting everything up right now. I know Heather will throw the link up for Instagram.com TN Motorcycle Revival. You want to go check that out because literally up to date all the time. They're in the countdown. They're showing you everything that's going on. You don't want to miss it. But there's one thing that's near and dear to us here at Shop Talk. I just want to take 2 seconds real quick and give a plug for another new thing that's going on. So hang on 1 second. Stay with us, Buck.
For those of you that don't know, 3 years ago I started the Tankful Project to raise money for Meals on Wheels for our food insecure seniors because everybody needs a full tank. This year I want to expand that program and we're doing the inaugural Lunch Lady Route because everybody needs school lunch. Join Moto Women 24/7 and guest Maggie Holt. It's going to be a 2-hour ride with a sack of snacks provided for everybody that attends. So here's the deal. On Friday, May 17th, we're meeting at the main entrance to TMMR for kickstands up at 2 p.m. Donations are not required, but they are encouraged. 100% of all proceeds are going to go to kids' school lunches. Let's get those kids fed.
So super proud of our girl Heather here and Miss Janine Jessup for putting this together. But that's, also, again, thanks to you guys for making a space for this and making all that happen.
No, I was going to bring it up, so I'm glad you did, Heather. I'm stoked, and I'm really proud of you guys. I actually was at the gym a week or two ago, and I listened to, I think, your inaugural pod with you and Janine.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I got to say, like, it was really good, and I know it's not chic, but I like the female rider thing. I think, like women should have the same freedom I have and enjoy the same shit I do. And who am I to tell them they shouldn't? So I dig it, and I dig that you guys are putting a good cause behind it.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is, and I said it in the text on that promo, is you don't have to be a woman to ride. I didn't say it quite that nicely in my text, but we welcome all riders. We will say that the ladies are going to lead the ride and they will be up front, but we encourage their spouses, their partners, and everybody to come join us. We don't want to be exclusionary. We want to be inclusionary, because it's going to benefit everybody.
Thanks, Heather. I think you want to make sure you don't do what the dudes did, right? Like you start doing these women's rides, like women only.
Right? Yeah. No, we're not going to do that.
Why can't I ride with my wife? Like what?
Yeah. No. Anything that we do will never be women only. Janine and I just don't believe in that.
Yeah.
We do believe in supporting other female riders, but we support our husbands, and I know they want to support us in return. So why would I tell them they can't?
Hey, wasn't it the last time we talked about this? We were joking with you guys, and we said, well, when it's all dudes, we call it a sausage fest. What did we come up with for?
We're not even going there. You're not even going there.
I think we agreed on clam jam.
But I'm interested in with what you came up with.
Yeah, Professional Monkey came up with
bad.
about 300 of them.
Yeah, Professional Monkey came up with a list of 300 right off the bat. But I think we agreed on clam jam.
Clam jam, yeah. I think that was it.
Clam jam is good. Here's a weird thing though. Like my wife's this weekend out in Woodstock, Illinois, riding with 500 women.
Mm-hmm.
I do worry when my wife's riding without me. Like it's a trippy thing, right? Like, and I'm like, well, she probably worries when I ride, but like, it was an interesting thing for me to get used to. If she rides with me, I feel like I have some control over it. Right. But when she rides by herself, I don't know why, And same thing with my kids starting to ride, right? I'm like, man, people on cell phones. It's not them I worry about. It's these other knuckleheads.
Yeah.
But
it's the people
we all
around
deserve
them.
that freedom. We all deserve that freedom.
Absolutely. And she's been riding with you long enough, and I'm sure you've helped guide her through that process. She's going to remember all that, whether you're there or not.
Yeah.
So know that she learned well, and she's got a good head on her shoulders. I wouldn't worry about it.
Like you said, the concern's more for the idiot around her. She can be as safe as she wants.
Yeah, the idiot can be there when Buck's there too, though.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys ride differently? I mean, honestly, like, do you ride differently than you did when you were 30, 40?
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
There's no question.
Yeah.
There's no question. I'm constantly on the lookout now for PM.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I still like to get on it sometimes and push it and
Right.
get a little out there, but I'm much more judicious in when I do it and how I do it.
Yeah. The worst part about it for me was one of my worst ones was pulling into a parking lot.
Yep.
You know, at Daytona one year, some dude just ran me over. You know,
Yep.
It's
I
like,
don't worry about the person just hitting me from behind at the stoplight, honestly.
yeah.
Or
it's-
you could be like Chris and have me on the back of the motorcycle riding backwards with a video camera racing Tom Banks through the Ozarks.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to
Hey,
do.
hey,
Good photo.
I was trying to make sure you got all the experiences. See, I've been riding for a lot longer than you, and I don't want you to
Yeah.
get cheated out of anything.
Yeah. Feel the power.
And I'm sure that video footage was pretty special.
Right?
Anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, no, because nobody could keep up with them. It was like
So,
there was like just empty road behind us. It was good though.
so there's so many highlights to talk about, man. I think the burnout pit, like in this day and age, to have the kind of turnout that you guys did for the burnout, the barbecue down by the creek that you were talking about, it's just everything from the main stage to, you know, the bands that play down by the creek. It's just a really, really good time. You guys have really done a good
Yeah.
job.
Cool full circle
Thank you,
event.
bro. Hey, let me call out musically. We've got this gal named Grace Bowers. She's opening on Friday, but she's 17 years, just turned 17. And I mean, she is like Stevie Ray or Jimmy. She is a freaking prodigy, and you want to hear this young gal play the act. She is special. And then I love Creed Fisher. I'm a fan. Obviously, Whitey Morgan, Way. It's a good lineup. So, and then one other thing, guys, we lost our mobile tattoo vendor. He had a real tragedy in his family. Bless his heart. And if anybody has a mobile tattoo unit, and in Tennessee, you do have to have, you got to meet the guidelines of the state of Tennessee Health Department. So you got to have a mobile rig with water and some things. But if anybody out there has a mobile rig, we'd love to fill that spot, and we'll give you a good deal.
I'll pass along
got a
the
guy.
guy that came to smoke out.
Well, we got a big Will Cassio.
Yeah, so I'm talking to Will.
Okay.
I'm talking to Will, trying to make it happen with him.
Right on.
And then one other thing, guys, I don't want people to be surprised. I didn't like making this decision, but because I'm a freedom guy, but there was a lot of pressure from a lot of different entities. And to keep it feeling family and friendly to everybody, we're going to a no hard color policy. So you can wear T-shirts, but 3-piece vests are no longer going to be allowed at the event. I know that's going to piss some people off, but sometimes you make tough decisions, and it is what it is. And it's not that anybody did anything wrong in the past. Everybody's been great, but it is to satisfy everybody involved in an event like this, and there's a lot of different perceptions probably.
Right on.
But nonetheless, I don't want people to show up in a cut and then be surprised by that.
Hey, Dill Stereo is coming in saying Tattoo Tony from New Jersey was friends with Loretta and has a tattoo RV. So maybe he can DM you that and pass that along.
Yeah. Reach out on Facebook, social media, or info@motorcyclesandmusic.com. We'd be stoked to take good care and build a relationship.
Right on, man. So let's go over a couple things here. Obviously, I told you about Instagram, motorcyclesandmusic.com. If you want to go through the whole experience on the website, you can really get a sense of what you're getting into by heading down there. They're on Facebook, TN Motorcycle Revival on Facebook. Some great video and stuff on there. And then obviously on the link tree, you can get it all in one spot. Heather's going to put all those links up.
Thanks, guys. I'm really proud of you guys. Grease and Gears is an ambitious thing on Smoke Out, and just the media. You guys continue to be the kind of the foundation for a lot of this. And I'm not blowing smoke. I really am proud of you guys, and I'm so appreciative that we work together and to call you guys friends.
Right on, Buck.
No,
Thank you,
thanks,
man.
Buck.
Thanks for, you know, I don't say this enough openly in a scenario like this, but way back when we first got on the national newsstand and guys like Jay Allen were giving us our first shot at doing events at big things like Sturgis, Buck was always there.
Yeah.
So if you wonder where our support comes for anything that he's doing whatsoever, Buck was always there for us from jump. He was always on every ride. He was at every bike show that we did. And until there is not breath in my chest, I will make sure that I support this man.
I feel the same way, and I think good people attract good people.
Yeah.
So thank you.
All right, Buck,
Thanks,
man.
Buck.
We'll talk
we'll
to you
see you in a
bit.
couple weeks.
Thanks,
you,
you guys.
Buck.
We appreciate you. See
ya.
everybody soon.
All
Take
right,
care.
so Tennessee Motorcycle Music Revival, get out to it. You don't want to miss this one.
Won't be disappointed.
No,
No,
this
it's
this
a
is the
good
crest.
time.
This
Yeah.
is the crest of what's going on in motorcycles this year. Hey, you're watching Shop Talk here on the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. We appreciate you guys being with us. I'm Chris with Cycle Source Magazine. Yes, Mark, we still do a motorcycle magazine once in a while.
Still.
I know.
It's a crazy,
And
a
it's
crazy
just getting
thing.
better.
Man, I could think of 100 reasons we use that magazine. I never read it though.
So listen, we're not done with you guys yet. We
Oh,
have
no, we have-
special guest in
We
the
have
house.
more secrets.
Oh, yeah.
Waiting to come on right now, Mr. Randall Knowles from
Woohoo.
St. Louis Cycle Showcase.
One of the
and you
greats.
guys from Smoke Out Know Randy puts together our killer display there. He has a special breaking news piece he's going to share with you right after this break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Shop Talk.
The riding takes you from A to B or just lets you escape. There's a flow to the road you share, so go with it. Eyes open, and always have the Law Tigers by your side. If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, visit us at lawtigers.com. Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers.
It's Jeff Zielinski from NAM's Custom Cycle Products in suburbs of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and you're watching Grease and Gears.
Welcome back to the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. Listen, Heather, I hate to do this to him, but you might have somebody might have to send Randy a message because in the commercial we were watching him, he was having a hard time staying awake.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
oh, poor Randy.
Hey, just real quick, I've noticed a couple like John Owen Sr. mentioning something about that I say I don't ride. I do ride. I've ridden my whole life.
Yeah.
Possibly have more miles back on our parking spots than a lot of people have going forward.
Yeah, there's no question about that.
I lost my sight in one of my eyes about 15 years ago, and I fought it. One of the last times we were in Sturgis, me and Dana were riding to, if I'm not mistaken, the Van Acker Canyon run, and she had to guide me off the road because I got something in my other eye. So I slowly backed away. I do ride. Don't take it wrong, man. Motorcycles, I have, like me and Chris have been building and riding and racing our whole lives, and it'll never stop.
We would just kind of like to keep you in one piece.
Yeah.
Well, and it's got to be selective. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like Mark is
Gotta
not
be-
going to go out to Sturgis and ride anymore with people and shit flying around everywhere.
Yeah.
He's got to be selective when he rides. But there's no question about his ability to get out on a motorcycle.
Oh, yeah. I'll go out and hurt myself. What I don't want to do is hurt the girl who I love that rides with me if I do ride, because she enjoys riding also. So
in the meantime,
I'm going to record
Kiss
that
his ass.
segment.
We've woke
Kiss
the
my
dead.
ass.
I'm going
Kiss
to
your own
record that
ass.
segment and just send it to Dana so she can just play it over and over
She's
and over
probably
again.
home right now chasing Louie around the house because I
So
said that.
let's go to Randy.
Oh, yeah.
What's
yeah.
up, Randy?
Hey, what's going on, folks?
Hi, Randy.
How you doing?
He's in the shotgun seat.
Wow.
Sorry we kept you waiting.
That's all right. I just took a little nap there.
Sorry about
Oh,
that.
dude, we
buddy.
were cracking up.
Can you turn your phone sideways for us?
Sideways.
That'll give us a nice
right,
big picture.
we're going this way?
Yep. See that?
There we go.
Is that better?
Yep.
That's wonderful. You look fantastic.
Way more. Except now only we. There you go.
He's adjusted.
There we go.
So Randy,
How are y'all
you got big news.
Big news.
Big news.
I
Big
do.
news.
I do. Starting August 3rd. Yes. August 3rd through August 10th. Big shindig happening out in South Dakota, I hear about. And this will be the first time the inaugural Cycle Showcase Sturgis taking place.
Booyah!
Right there,
That's
buddy.
so awesome.
Oh, you got it up. Look at that. Yes, the Steel Pony Campground has been. I've been talking to them for a bit. We've dotted the T's and crossed the I's, so to speak, and we've got a plan. We're going to take a venue that they have there, and we're going to make it into something spectacular for the whole rally.
So excited.
Yes, I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm all the things. But
why are you nervous? You do such an incredible job.
Yeah, dude.
Well, this is like getting called up to the bigs.
No, you are the bigs, Randy.
You are the
goddamn it.
bigs. Like you are setting the bar
wait
for
a
this.
minute. Now wait a minute. Not only he's responsible for legends and legacies at
Yep.
Smokeout, but you've been doing your own thing. Do you know how hard it is to do your own thing as long as this man has been doing it? Like, you've been in the bigs, baby. You set the tone with this shit.
Yeah.
Other people are trying to do stuff to get up to your level now. You have nothing to worry about.
I appreciate the kind words. I always feel like I can always do more. We can always do more. We can always do better.
You can always say that.
And yeah, but to be able to do it to an audience as large, a motorcycle audience as large as this, is a dream come true. I'm tickled pink that the Steel Pony and Iron Horse Saloon have given me this opportunity, and we're gonna set it on fire, baby.
Yeah,
it's gonna be awesome.
So excited.
God,
for
now
you.
I have to go to damn Sturgis.
You
right?
do. You do.
Damn it,
Now,
Randy.
Mark, you gotta go.
Because
And bring Dana.
And I've said this before about your cycle showcase, Randy. Like you said, you're nervous, and I truly mean that you are setting the bar for this. Your show is the show people are building bikes for now.
Yep.
Like, and that's huge. Like, you have created that environment that people want to be a part of it, and they're like, they hope they get the invitation.
Yeah.
Well, that's very kind, and I think to do it, what's cool for me is that they're doing it. They're building bikes to unveil at the show, but there's no awards. The people that do it and do it for the love of the motorcycle, the pure love of the motorcycle, the love of the art of the motorcycle.
Can I get an amen?
And to be surrounded by other people like that. I just got a wonderful message from Ko Sakaguchi from Suicide Customs, who came over and was part of Cycle Showcase St. Louis this year. And basically the gist of the message was how wonderful everyone in Cycle Showcase was to them, how wonderful it was to meet everybody and to talk motorcycles and the love of motorcycles with everybody. That meant the world, from somebody that that's traveled around and done a lot of shows and a lot of things like that, to have them feel that camaraderie, that passion, and the love of the motorcycle. Obviously, they came all the way from Japan to do this, but to feel that, and to feel that in such a big way here in St. Louis when they were here last February, that just made my heart great, my heart melt. Yeah.
Did you ever think, and like, you're one of my favorite people. I love you to death. Me and Dana, I mean, all of us here, you're a part of this family, and you always will be. Did you ever think, like, same with Chris, when he came up with this idea, that you'd end up being one of the people that are actually reintroducing this culture to people, like what you've done with Cycle Showcase? Did you ever think it was going to turn out to be what it actually is turning out to be?
No, I'd said this before. I started this with and called it Cycle Showcase STL, with the hopes that someday we would have a Cycle Showcase KC or a Cycle Showcase CHI, and I could take this around and do it in other cities. But the way it's grown and the positive feedback from not only the builders but the audience, people that come to the show, and people that aren't motorcycle people that come to the show, and they appreciate the art of it, the beauty of it. I never expected that it would consume my life the way it has here the last few years. I've been doing it 11 years now, and I thought, this would be cool. This would be fun. Let's do a cool show. I had no idea it was going to it would turn into something this grand, and I'm blessed.
I mean, you turned out to be one of the shows that actually are setting the bar.
Oh yeah,
for the builds. I mean, dude, you're like hands down one of the guys that's making it happen.
I
right
mean,
now.
and look, that was seriously like not blowing smoke up your ass,
Yeah.
but when we were looking at what we were going to do with Smoke Out, there's nothing we could do to compete with that. When we looked at the room that we had to fill, the only way we could think of that,
basically begged Randy. I'm like, Randy, please come save my ass, please.
And at like 4:00, when they said bingo's over, we almost packed everything up and
listen,
left.
no bingo. Don't even
No
say
bingo.
the word
Don't
bingo
even say
this
that.
year.
Although
Don't
that,
say the
I think
bingo.
we
Don't say
should
the B
play
word.
that song throughout the weekend.
Oh, that was
Bullshit.
I'm so excited for you.
Yeah,
This
like
is so rad.
I'm really pissed. Now I really have to try and make it to Sturgis.
You do.
God.
You
know,
should be
like-
going to Sturgis anyway.
You shut up, Randy.
That's right. Hey, listen, the ice cream social that he throws.
I know,
It's worth
dude.
it in and of itself.
Most definitely.
So are you going to have ice cream social at Cycle Showcase this year?
Yes, we are.
Woohoo!
Nice.
So I don't know if you're familiar with the Steel Pony Campground. It is well, of course you are. But to the listeners out there, Steel Pony Campground is the location where the old Full Throttle used to be. It's right on the road out of town, heading towards the Chip and the new Full Throttle out that way. But the location, that was the first thing when I started talking to Steel Pony and Iron Horse. First thing that got me was the location. You could not pick a better location to have an event like this. And something that I've learned from doing North Carolina, the Smoke Out with you guys, from doing Cycle Showcase at Lake of the Ozarks the last year, from taking this on the road, is that it's cool for people to walk through and to see cool art and cool motorcycles and neat vendors and stuff. But what I want more is to create a place for people to hang out, a place for people to congregate, for people to meet up. This couldn't be any better a place than what we've got here. And I see there's a picture right there. There's a swimming pool 20 feet away.
Right.
So,
that's a plus.
For me,
I
think what I'm trying to achieve here is a really cool and inviting, warm environment for people to hang out, for people to meet, for people to congregate, for people to come together. And you couldn't do it in a place with a better backdrop than 25 of the coolest motorcycles and artists that are out there right now. So,
dude, and I'll tell you what, it sure doesn't hurt to be able to look out what I'm assuming is going to be the door of the venue and see that mountain and that sunset.
Yeah.
You know, like just incredible. It's an incredible place.
Yeah, that's a great campground and everything.
Yeah, the location.
Yeah.
That's what that's what drove me this whole time.
The best part
was how wonderful of a spot this is to be able to do this in.
Yeah, and the best part about location is, I mean, as much as you hate to say it, we've told you what an amazing show it is. What you offer, it would go down awesome anywhere. That's just a plus. So, and being right where it is, I mean, dude, you're right in the middle of everything. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that was a big thing for me. Thinking about where, if we were ever to do this in Sturgis, where would be an appropriate place? What would it benefit, and how would we drive traffic there? This is just a slam dunk where this place is geographically in the Sturgis area there. That may be what I'm most excited about is the location of this and how it's so accessible to everybody, and everybody can get to it super easy. And I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, and a lot of us have been waiting for, since there was the last AMD World Show in Sturgis for something like this.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just such a great location for bringing people from all over the world that I literally can't wait to see that part of this, because whether it's Smoke Out or whether it's your St. Louis show, you're still drawn regionally and some nationally, but this really gives you the opportunity to bring builders from all over the world. You got to be excited about that.
Terribly, yeah. I've been on the phone the last week with some folks from Europe, bringing some stuff over, some heavy hitters from here in the States. Been trying to keep it quiet, keep it on the down low. But now the word's out. Here it is. Make your plans. You can stay at the Steel Pony Campground as well, and that's where we're going to plant our flag, right there off the highway. Facing, I don't know what gas station that is.
The only
Kickstart.
Kickstart, the only good gas station in the whole area.
Right?
Yeah.
Because they carry cycle
Yes,
stores.
they carry everything. That's a great gas station.
Well, I definitely, talking to the guys from Iron Horse, like we definitely want to move our industry party from what we always ran in town. We definitely want to move it out to this venue. So we'll definitely put that up as soon as we get the details worked out, but that's where we want to be for sure. And I know this is going to be absolute success for you.
So happy for you, Randy. Congratulations.
I'm pissed, Randy.
You're coming, Mark.
Damn it.
There's no fighting it, man. I don't know why you're fighting it.
You better call Dana and tell her I have to go to Sturgis.
He can't be pissed. Did you see this thing we were talking about earlier?
I know.
That's what Mark scored today. He can't be pissed about anything.
I know.
Matt actually tuned in. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. I promise when it's done, I'll get it out there for you to take it for a drive.
You better take him for a ride.
So good.
Well, let me give you
Marcus Brown.
Let me give you all the social
shit.
media rundown for Cycle Showcase. If you're not following Randy already, on Instagram, cycle.showcase, Facebook, Cycle Showcase STL, and Cycle Showcase STL.com. You can get all the information about everything Cycle Showcase that's going on, not just the Steel Pony, but also St. Louis, the Smokeout, and is there still Cycle Showcase Lake of the Ozarks? That was the first thing
Yes, there is.
last year, right?
Yeah, we're going to do that again this September. This is going to be a full year. So
You know what you got
Yeah,
you know
here
what
we
you
go.
got yourself into here,
Got
right?
yourself
You're
a
Because
full-time
on
gig.
tour.
We just recently did Randy's Builder Showcase deal on Grease and Gears TV, and he talked about how he came off the road and he was going to do his motorcycle thing.
Right.
You're back on the bus, baby. You're back on the bus.
Just when you thought you're
I
out.
need a bus. I need a bus, and I need a tractor trailer is what I need.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Well,
If any of our listeners out there want to become a sponsor,
Oh sweet Jesus.
we can, and have a large truck trailer combo thing. Give me a shout in my DMs.
A little
You know
jingle.
what? There's a cat in the hamsters right now
Oh boy.
that was talking about wanting to do something with his truck.
Oh,
But also, there's a couple people, man. Like we'll pass this word along because
hopefully
this
you
is
can come up with something I could.
yeah, this is something that's worthwhile for people to get behind.
And did hear something from somebody today that's selling a nice big 28-foot trailer pretty
Well.
cheap. So
I wanted
Yeah.
a
Truck.
28-foot trailer until I had one.
Well, Randy, it goes without saying, we'll do whatever we can to support you.
I appreciate that. You guys have always been very, very kind, very generous, and I appreciate that. I really do. I feel like you're all, of course, it goes without saying, you guys all feel like family, yeah, I couldn't pick a better family.
You poor son of a bitch.
because there's not many people that stay up till 4 or 5 in the morning putting stuff together with than you. You know that.
No shit.
So
I know.
Oh, dear God. And I think what was worse than staying up till 4 or 5 in the morning putting it together is when he was tearing it all down
Oh,
to pack
dude.
it right in a truck
to go
and
do
head
it
out the
again.
Lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah, right.
He looked like a zombie.
There was a time when I would do that without blinking an eye, and yeah, I would. I'd stay up for maybe 2 or 3 days doing that stuff.
Yep.
But
just when you again,
I'm older and wiser, and
well,
now I
cleaner.
need a little help.
yeah, cleaner. Yeah, cleaner.
That's-
Yeah,
I can say that. I'm cleaner now, so that's impossible.
yeah, right.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, buddy. Well, listen, I'm sure we're going to have you on here. I would love to have a follow-up show with this before Sturgis so that
Yes.
we could actually bring you on and maybe a couple of the people that you're going to have featured in
Maybe
this
some
first one.
teasers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Sure.
let's try to work on that. And in the meantime, anything that you need at all that we can pass along to everybody, and maybe we can hook you up with a truck deal.
That would be great. Logistics for getting bikes out there and people out there for a whole week is one of the things that I've talked to Michael Lichter about when he did his show, and it was one of the big hurdles that he had to overcome. Yeah, anything we can do to ease that burden on the builders and to help out with the show, we'll certainly promote somebody or help somebody out or whatever. But it's a wonderful community to be involved in. The motorcycle community is very giving, and it's very very supportive for somebody trying to do something cool, like building a motorcycle art exhibit in the middle of the country. So
It's going to be awesome.
I'm blessed.
I'm so excited.
I'm
for you.
blessed to be involved in this community, and I appreciate all the work you guys do too. Thank you so much.
Right on, Randy. Well, thanks for being on with us, buddy, and we'll be talking to you real soon.
Appreciate you guys.
Take care, Randy.
Talk to you later.
See you, Randy.
All right, hey man, you're watching Shop Talk here on the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. Good to see all you guys checking in tonight. Evil Rick is here, Nine Finger Fabrication, Zam Biker. I want to make sure I give you guys a shout out. Cabana Dan's still in the house with us. Poppy, Steve Burrows, the tour is back on. Dude, only guys that have lived on the road get a reference
Yeah,
like that.
jeez.
But, just about the time you're too sick to be on the bus anymore and you get off, there's something about this shit. The road calls to you,
Then
right?
you start driving the bus.
Oh, God. And then some days you decide, what would be great is if I owned the bus. Dumbass. What's wrong with you, dumbass? Hey, so if you have events, you can send them to us. Actually,
Send
send
them
them
to
to Heather, and she'll put them on her events program. We do every Sunday night at the end of the show, just like this one here.
Oh boy.
The Shop Talk
boy.
events calendar is brought to you by the
Biker,
Bikers Info app,
biker,
the Everything Bikers app. All in one place, everything you need, and it's free.
Okay, that
Let's
was.
try this again.
That was a little weird.
Yeah,
so,
new buttons.
Events.
She rides moto next weekend in the Knoxville area. You can go to sheridesmoto.com for more information. Tennessee Motorcycle and Music Revival at Loretta Lynn's Ranch, May 16th through 19th. Be there or be square.
Did you really just say that?
I did. Because I can. May 17th, the inaugural Lunch Lady Ride. Come ride with us. It's going to be a good time.
The Lunch Lady Ride. Mark, sing it.
Sloppy Joe,
Sloppy Joe.
I like Sloppy Joe.
I can't believe it took you that long to do that. I'm
I've
so
been waiting.
impressed. I've
I've
been
been
waiting.
waiting.
I've been waiting for weeks.
I want a pizza burger.
Motoblock 2024, Reverend Horton,
like
he
pizza.
and a whole bunch of other great people. There's probably still 2 of these in this roundup. June 21st through 23rd in Chicago.
Dude, really?
Motoblock.com. River City Bike Expo. Go check it out. 3 days,
Booyah!
1 ticket at rivercitybikeexpo.com. Mark Rhodes, I got you. Tunnel to Towers, Saturday, July 13th, 2024 at the Mount Holly Moose Lodge. Go ahead. Do it.
Born free.
June 22nd and 23rd. It's going to be a good time. A lot of great people we know are going to be having some
I
killer
want to meet
bikes
the girl
there.
in the pants.
In the pants?
In
You
the
want to
pants.
be the girl in the pants?
No, I
or
want to
you-
meet the girl
Hey,
in the
didn't
pants.
Chris
Smart
Nose
ass.
said that,
Either that
he was going to identify as a girl for the ride at TMMR? Just
He doesn't have to
Either
do
that or the wizard. I want to meet the wizard at the top of the poster.
Yeah,
I
I
am
kind
the
of like
wizard.
that. Anyway, you should check it out. A lot of our friends are building bikes for that this year. Dave Perowitz, Anthony Robinson, a whole bunch of cool people. Keep going. Oh, this is new this year. Garage Build Bike Show put on by Dennis Kirk. They are doing a standalone event at Running Aces Casino in the St. Paul area.
You actually can run into Heather and I at that show, right?
Yes,
We're going to be
absolutely.
there.
We'll be there.
We've been supporters of the Garage Build Bike Show with Dennis Kirk the whole way through. We absolutely
That is
love
if they'll
this
have
effort.
us. I think they'll have us.
I think so.
Maybe. See if we can break into the studio.
AMA Vintage Motorcycle Days at Mid-Ohio, July 22nd through 24th.
Radar. I'm on the road so much I have 3 bags packed. Sometimes I surprise myself when I open a bag and find clothes I've been looking for. Heather and I just went through this. We opened a suitcase and she found all of my socks and underwear. Like,
wow.
Seriously, for
No,
the last
camper.
Yeah, for the last 3 months, I've been like, damn, all of a sudden I don't have any
I'm
socks
like, it's
or underwear.
impossible. You have 5,000 pairs of each.
Son of a bitch.
Oh. Go. Damn it.
Are you serious, Heather? Are you doing this on purpose?
I'm fired.
Poor,
Keep
poor
going.
Mikey.
Fuel Cleveland.
Well, you can't be
It's
fired,
awesome.
'cause I'm not doing this.
FuelCleveland.com. I suck.
Well, I don't know if I got that far.
Vintage Soul Show, July 27th at Doherty's Tavern in Prior Lake, Minnesota, put on by our good friend Teach.
You got 215 jobs, Heather.
Harley Homecoming, July 25th through 28th, 2024. We're going to be there, so we'll Jelly Roll and
Yes.
the Red Hot Chili
Cypress
Peppers.
Hill.
Yeah,
And
how about
Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill.
And the Otterboke Beaver.
And Warren's Eaters.
That's Warren's Eaters.
Oh, look at
We're
that.
getting into our Sturgis promos. Old School Chopper Show at Full Throttle Saloon Monday. Monday. Free registration, free entry, free prizes, and free giveaways. So basically, it's free. Free. Smoke out.
Son of a biscuit eater.
September 5th through 8th, 2024. Salisbury, North Carolina at the Rowan County Fairgrounds. You should be there. Thank you, Tiger.
Born free, y'all.
Born free, y'all. October 17th through 20th at the Yellow Rose Canyon. You can get more information about that at bornfree.com.
So I think since I may or may not have had the audio right, let's play the events on the way out.
The Shop Talk events calendar is brought to you by the Bikers.
Biker.
I'm going to stab you.
All in one place, everything you need.
Somebody stab
and it's
him. Mark,
free.
stab him. You're
I will
closer.
not.
Biker.
So listen, man, if you have events, send them in. We'll do that same thing for you. We're doing
I may or
everything
may
we
not
can
get them
to
right.
get...
I'll probably get them wrong, but I'll try.
That's a
Why are
thought
you
to
talking
count.
over me? Do I have to
Because
mute your
I can.
microphone again? Here, what's this? Talk over me now.
Oh, boy. Hurry up. Yell down the steps.
Listen, but we need your help to get the word out. So send us all your events. Make sure you hit the like and share button.
Sharing is caring.
Make sure you get over. Like, honestly, man, if you guys haven't checked out Grease and Gears TV yet, I am more impressed with this thing all the time, even though we're the ones working the puppet strings behind it. Like, it is so cool that we have motorcycle television. It's like Netflix for motorcycles or other things that you might watch all the time in episodic fashion.
Let's just change the subject.
Oh, man. But until next week, please get out in the garage, do something with your motorcycle. Or here's a crazy idea. Go for a ride. Right? We might be doing that here real soon.
Oh, boy.
I'm excited.
We're starting a new series on Grease and Gears TV. It's called Great Roads, where Heather and I will be in search of the great roads of the United States. We're going to go back over a lot of the roads that I've ridden before, some that she has, some that she hasn't, and
I think
bringing
most of them
those
I
to
haven't.
you one episode at a time.
I think it should be roads, ice cream, and coffee. That's what we need to be in search
Let's start
of.
out with roads because we got a lot of shit to do right now, Blondie.
I'd start out with ice
You
cream and
can't
coffee myself.
go for a bike ride without ice cream and coffee.
So our first couple episodes are going to come from the Smoky Mountains when we go down to TMMR. We're going to hit the Dragon's Tail, of course. You got to do it. We're going to hit the Moonshiner, and we're also going to hit the Cherrahola Skyway.
Dude,
so
awesome.
3 different episodes on that. Greg White, 3 sisters here in Texas, and the road up to Marble Falls. Like, that's one of my favorite rides in Texas. But if you have ideas, send them in to us.
Yep.
Let us know what you think. Salty Badger said very professional
Oh, my God.
tonight. So
Did he watch the whole show?
If your ideas
Right?
happen to be near your house, we're probably going to camp in your yard and be like, can I pull up a spot of grass?
And hopefully you have ice cream and coffee.
I like ice cream.
I like ice cream.
I like ice cream.
What the hell? Stop saying that. What the hell?
What the
What the hell?
What the hell?
Well, now what?
Stop. What the hell?
The last one's the best. What the hell? All right, man. Listen, thank you for watching Shop Talk. Remember, every Sunday at 9 p.m. we go live with this program through the courtesy of Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. Tune in. Check it out. Till next time when we come back with another 90 to 120 minutes of the same two-wheel motorcycle bullshit we've been doing for 273 episodes.
Oh, my goodness.
Take care of yourself. We'll be back same chopper time.
Same chopper channel.
Get out and ride them, Felicia.